Yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Breathe just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weak and harmless. Take to the
We are finally back. Welcome to Primetime. Your flagship IPW show is here to kick off a super special week. That's right, it's draft week where we are building our new roster for IPW Underground. It's going to be an epic couple of nights, as well as breakdown where the rosters will just divulge into insanity. Well, hello, Rochester. Welcome to IPW Prime Time. The first one back since the showdown. What better way to kick off this show than by bringing out the champ? Let the money fly.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Japan, weighing in at 236 pounds, the undisputed world heavyweight champion,
Well, Kazuchika Okada, while his run in the showdown was not that successful, going into that showdown weekend, the Friday night on break time, he defended his title against Tony D in a big boy bout for the ages. Now we head towards Fearless, where he won't be defending the title, and neither will his partner for tonight. In fact, the action turns to champ versus champ.
and his partner, from Japan, the undisputed women's world television champion, the Queen.
That's right, Fearless replacing Summer Lovin' this year. It is brand supremacy on the line as we begin draft week. This week we are going to be drawing our new rosters out for our new brand. That's right, if you missed this year's showdown, we crowned 2 new champions that are taking over your weekends. That's right, IPW Underground returns with some fresh faces. But champions supremacy is what is on the line there, because it's not only one brand. Oh no, it is 2 other brands battling against Primetime. Mixed tag matchup to start Primetime off tonight. The two champs in the ring ready to battle. Two mystery opponents.
And their opponents, first, representing DIY from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, Johnny Gargano.
Well, Johnny Wrestling, first man out here for this team. Be intrigued to see who his partner is. We'll see if it is Candice LeRae. Oh, he finds a new partner here tonight on Primetime. Now, draft week. Always an interesting factor last time out. It was only Breakdown and Primetime being drafted for. This year, it's Primetime and IPW Underground that are drafting rosters, and they will be featuring some breakdown stars. We're trying to even the playing field here in terms of stars involved, and well, this is a big name joining Johnny Wrestling. Bang.
And his partner, from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea Ripley.
We said it's a big name. Rhea Bloody Ripley taking to the ring. It's a huge get here for this matchup. And honestly, good challenger that could be going towards the Undisputed Women's World Championship. Left out of this year's Showdown tournament, Ripley now is vying for gold here on Primetime, it seems. For now, that is. At a moment's notice, she could be drafted to IPW Underground. Anything goes in this draft. We'll have our first rotation of picks soon enough. In fact, it will follow this matchup. But let's get going. Your opener tonight, your first match out of the Showdown. It's Gargano and Ripley versus Okada and Hayashishita. The champ lineup versus a very solid lineup. Two NXT champions. Gargano unloading. Taking early control. Nice boot to the side of Okada's head. Now I will say this. Hayashishita, fresh off of competition this weekend, where she did end up burning all her momentum. She made it tonight too, but first matchup, wow. Up against Julia, a rematch from night one of the Showdown. And once again, the Red Queen fell short to the Beautiful Madness. Obviously, we saw that miracle run that Julia made, overcame a fresh Lady Flammer, who, let's not forget, made it immediately to the semis without having to compete twice prior on the same night. Julia then beat her to complete the miracle run. She then, in a 3 stages of hell matchup, challenged Liv Morgan, who was fresh. She had the golden run of sorts through the tournament, only dropping a point, but she won every match bar the finals. And that just tells you what sort of skills Julia has as a whole if she had to overcome such great odds. As for the men's side of things, you've got to give a lot of credit to Cody Rhodes. He did what Liv couldn't. He completed the golden run undefeated through the 7 rounds of the Road to the Showdown. Plus the 2 matches he had to have in the actual showdown. The golden run, it's never been done before here in IPW. And well, Rhodes claimed the gold and well now finds himself on weekends alongside Julia as the first 2 confirmed stars of the IPW Underground roster. And there is 2 other stars that I did confirm would be joining that roster, but I may have slightly lied as to their capacity. That's right. Thea Hale and Kurt Angle find themselves also on weekends as the mid-card champions for IPW Underground. That's right, the Underground Championships are returning for that brand, and it's a perfect fit. Why crown new champions, or why unify belts when we can just use them as mid-cards? And that's what the general manager, Ludwig Kaiser, thought to do. And, well, yeah, he's returning as well as general manager. There is a few storylines that need to be mentioned from the weekend. In terms of allegiances that Julia has, as well, she had the IPW Primetime general manager assisting her in one of her bouts. She also had Charlotte Flair, who was the Breakdown Women's Champion. It's interesting, that, isn't it? Clearly the fix was in to get Julia the win. But yes, as we begin our path towards Fearless here tonight, you've got a lot of champions who are raring to go, ready to defend their belts, but won't be able to do so until after we finish Fearless. Then there'll be new contenders, you name it, but from my understanding, we will be crowning #1 contenders at Fearless as well, which should be a huge, boon for that night. Right now, the big boon is that we've only seen Gargano and Okada wrestling here. And they're bringing it as Gargano, an air raid crash off the top, puts down the Rainmaker. And I think we're finally going to get the taste of the Red Queen and Rhea Ripley, as Hayashishio is in quickly. She's wrapped up almost on entry. Bulldog, though, is the answer to Rhea's started offense. What I think is really important to note or stress here about tonight is we're going to see a lot of roster shifts happening. Breakdown's probably going to suffer quite a bit in terms of roster moves, but from my understanding, there are some things that need to happen on Breakdown. In fact, I believe that what Breakdown's going to do is, obviously, they need to crown a new Sapphire champion, with the fact that Julia's had to relinquish that belt after becoming a main champion on Underground. So they will be looking to fill that void heading into Fearless, because they need a mid-card champion as Gargano. Nice run and high knee. connecting there onto Okada. But yeah, so this draft could be really beneficial to a lot of the ladies on Primetime's roster. Because, from my understanding, these rosters will get split. If I'm correct, the rosters are very broad right now. But Primetime's women's roster could get plucked, split so much that Underground gets a load of women into their ranks. As Utami trying there to hook up Rhea, but a single leg takedown from Ripley. Gonna stop the Red Queen's advance. Rhea's fired up. She's kicked down south. Knee connects. Bang! Stiff line. Kick caught. Rhea could have been looking for something big. Maybe a riptide, but that's not coming to play just yet. Instead, it's Utami, a running kitchen sink. And she just tags out. She's getting a few little cheap shots in onto Ripley. And then Okada and Gargano are the ones really battling in this one. A little, not sliced bread, but a neck breaker. Out from Gargano. That was certainly innovative. Ties up, getting sent to the corner. Okada. Gonna deliver some clubbing blows to the back. Make Gargano sweat a bit. Johnny changes it up, charges in, drop kick in the corner. Down goes the Rainmaker. Once again, Okada in trouble. Snapmare takedown from Okada, well, from Gargano, and then a boot to the back of the head. A lot of kicking shots from Gargano connecting, but he is really struggling to put away the Rainmaker. Okada with his own snapmare. He instead is going for something a little different. Dropping that elbow once more. Now he opts for the cover, but into the ring comes Rhea. She's going to break Dan up, keep this matchup alive, but I'd say Johnny Wrestling's not taking too much damage. Rolling sent on full short here for the Rainmaker. The champ tries to connect with a chop, but there, nearly the picture-perfect dropkick, but Gargano avoids that situation and then comes back. More of like a toss than a belly-to-back suplex, and, well, the Rainmaker, he feels it. Fired up now. Has Gargano in the corner. Turns him around. What's he got in mind here? The answer. Eating a back elbow. And Gargano going to make him pay? No. Drop kick down low. Nice basement shot there for Okada. He's now lying in wait. Ready to pounce. Punch caught. Gargano caught as well. Charges in and gets dropped. This gives the Rainmaker a chance to seize control. An Irish whip. Once again, Gargano put in the corner, but the fight back's there. Cutter out from Gargano. Drops Kazuchika Okada. Tag made, in come the women once more, and the Red Queen straight in on the offensive. An Irish whip sending Rhea over the top, and, well, get back in here. More of a slingshot type of thing. Zero control for Rhea. Short arm clotheslines out from Ripley. Puts the Red Queen down and in her place for a moment. As the champ gets tossed about. You know, Rhea is probably a big threat to this matchup. And you gotta feel Okada knows it. He's tried to keep Utami out of this bout, and, well, that's why Ripley seems to have her number. Wait, Ripley. Waist control. Up. No, Bulldog. Reversal out from the Red Queen. She needs to look to finish it here. Puts Ripley in the corner. Gut punch not going to connect. Instead, it's an elbow. And now Rhea. Electric chair with the champion. face buster. Cover now for Ripley. Referee forced to count it. Okada entered the ring. He can't do much. He's not allowed to touch a woman. Utami knows it. She forced herself to kick out of that. But Ripley, she's still got fight left in her. The kick not going to connect. That could have been a setup for an ending. It could have been a riptide, but instead, she's just getting ragdolled. And finally, Hayashishita is... What? 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 Can someone explain to me how this is a win? What? I don't even get a here's your winner. What? Well, the champions win somehow. What? Let's go to our draft, I guess. I don't even know what just happened. Well, it's time for a little mid-year madness. Welcome to the first round of the draft. As Eve Torres drafting for Primetime, as well as Mr. Ludwig Kaiser for IPW Underground. And our first draft pick to go to Primetime is Damian Priest. Big pick there for... and well, the voice of the voiceless, the cult hero, CM Punk's heading into the draft already. Main event, R-Truth goes to the Underground. In this first round of picks.
Shawn Michaels.
IPW Underground gets a big name. The big star of the showdown, Shawn Michaels.
Flammer.
Retained to Primetime. The semi-finalists of the showdown. The first seed of that teal division. A big pickup there. And another big pickup retained to Primetime is the Glamour.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. The Hitman. He's leaving Breakdown. He's going to the Underground.
The Fiend. Bray Wyatt.
Also going into the Underground. It's a man that is another cult hero. The cultist, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Well, he's not going anywhere either. The OTC stays on Primetime.
Booker T.
And Primetime also gets to keep the Booker Man. Sucker!
The Samoan Joe.
Well, a former Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion's heading into the Underground. Samoa Joe joins the ranks.
China.
Another big name heading into the Underground. A legend of her craft. The 8th wonder of the world. Or 9th wonder. Who cares? It's China. Oh. A big pickup for the Primetime roster. They are gutting Breakdown by taking the ruler. And he's back. The miraculous, the mischievous Pat McAfee joins Primetime once more. Well, the Underground are hopefully ready to play the game, because he now leaves this roster to join that side of things. Also heading into the Underground, they keep getting these legends. Lita is going to make her statements known down in the Underground. And while she's coming back to Primetime, that's a huge get-up for the Primetime roster.
Goldberg.
And he's now going to be debuting on Primetime. Goldberg ready. Well, Breaktime saw her losing the gold, and now she's losing Breakdown, the new potentially top star of the Underground. And, well, the woos can begin. Woo! Ooh, they're going into the Underground as well. A massive first round of draft picks, and the new rosters certainly starting to take big shape. We shall see how they will continue to shape up, especially knowing some of the stars that are still left up and available. Well, a pretty big first round of draft picks have just happened. And the Underground's getting some new big names joining the ranks. I have to feel a lot of them will have their eyes set onto Rhodes and Julia.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Vision from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory!
Well, now it's time for a little bit of action that hopefully won't end in something weird happening like we got in our opener, but Austin Theory gets to have some A-Town Down style action. Big chance for him tonight to rise up the rankings. Obviously, we've got still some matchups here tonight that are pretty big, in all honesty. Title matchups to fill the night. With this roster now finding new stars on it, like, can you believe it? The Ruler. He's leaving Breakdown. And could be a potential big threat.
And his opponent from Bumpton, Colorado, weighing in at 260 pounds, Tavion Heights.
To the champion. We just saw Okada pick up a win, but now he's got some names on this roster that could potentially cause him some troubles. We'll have to see, but from this perspective, this Breakdown roster, they're going to need some miracles to find some shape. But we're underway, and well, Theory, you charge in, get caught, get Germaned. Simple as you like. Tavion Heights it's time to make an impact, picks the ankle, and sweeps out the leg as well. Honestly, a really solid mat wrestler is Tavion Heights. And Theory's going to find that out the hard way. Judo toss out from Tavion. The referee, Big Man Gregathy, for this one. And, well, I always like when we get these sorts of matchups on our cards, they're not necessarily the big, like, main event stars, but when you give them a chance, they pop off, and right now it's Tavion bringing it to Austin Theory. Sleeper hold applied. Warrior naked choke, as it's also known. He got the hooks in, but it's quickly broken here by Theory. Now Austin may get a chance to strike, get on the offensive, but a roll-up here gonna get him at least an advantage of pace. It forces Tavion down to the canvas, but straight away, as soon as Theory steps up into play, Tavion's took him down and now back on the offensive for only a moment. The punches come back from Theory. But that punch, not going to be enough to kind of sway Tavion. This might. Action spilling to the apron. And a backdrop onto the hardest part of the ring. And a gut-wrench powerbomb. A spinning powerbomb at that. Gonna maybe set a different tune, different tone to this battle. Theory ascends back into the ring. Looks to fly, but crash landing because Tavion's returned to the ring. Theory needs to recover. He needs to really set his footing because it's been all Tavion Heights. Pose off gonna be costly. A Superman punch. The response to the double buys from Theory. Austin gonna send Tavion into the LED barricade. A little comeuppance for the control early that Tavion has managed to muster. Theory gonna continue to punish. Scoop up and slam down goes Tavion. Count of 6. We could see a count out here. Will not be the first time I've said that in a long time. Austin gonna send Tavion running. Count of 8. Height slow to his feet. A count of 9. Needs to get back in and does so. Means we're not getting a count out just yet. But Heights gonna take Austin to new heights. Snake Eyes in the corner. Cover as well. Good for the 2. He needs a little extra. He needs a little something. Some va-va-voom to put away Austin Theory. Theory might have that va-va-voom right now. Hooks him up. Brings him down. Oosh-garoosh onto the knee. And into the cover as well. Good for the 2. Tavion's not really absorbed too much punishment. That's probably the biggest shot in the match, though. Coming out of the Theory camp, and he's going to look to put him down once more. A-Town down. And Theory into the cover. 1, 2, 3. All it takes is a couple of big maneuvers, and you're back in it. As Tavion controlled the early stages. Realistically did well here against Theory. But it was at this moment, after he gets caught, boot to the belly, hooked up, and brought down onto that knee. Tavion then was at the whim of Austin Theory, and Theory punished by bringing it all down with an A-Town down. Quick cover. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Austin Theory!
A big win here for Austin Theory. Built some momentum on Primetime. Well, welcome back to the draft. Round number 2, Electric Boogaloo. It's Primetime and Underground drafting their roster. And the first pick going to Primetime is Kane. Yes, I made a joke. second pick to Primetime. It's Tiffy time. She wants to see you drop.
Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Well, the genetic freak. He's going to be pumping it up in the underground now.
Seth freaking
And joining him is an architect, the visionary, Seth freaking Rollins.
Mr. Iguana.
Primetime's getting an iguana. A big star at that. Former Amethyst champion. Or is it television? One of the two. A big pick there. Speaking of big picks, Trish Stratus joins the Primetime roster.
Zoe Stark.
The grunge continues to be felt in the underground, it seems, as they get another hard hitter. Zoe Stark, welcome to the underground.
Batista.
And also joining Zoe Stark is the Animal. That's a big name lost from Primetime.
Austin.
What? 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 Give me a hell yeah. Because Austin 316
Brock Lesnar.
said it's time to go to Primetime. And hello to the Beast. He hopefully should have a better time in the underground now, comparative to how it's been before.
Psycho Clown.
Primetime gets a clown. Pretty psychotic if you say so. Yeah, I've got nothing.
Tony Storm.
Welcome to the underground, the timeless one. It's time to go back in time. To a year that's needed. Hello, Kelly. She finds her way back to Primetime. Hello.
Trick Williams.
And also joining her, it's time to whoop that Trick. Never mind, no, he's going to underground. Whoop that Trick, boys and girls. Whoop that Trick. A big second round. And see some massive shuffling. We'll see how the next two rounds fare in that favor. But we've got more matches coming your way. And they're still pretty big. So let's get to one of them. Well, this is going to be interesting. We got some high speed, high octane action heading your way.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, AZM.
Queen's Quest's own AZM gets to take to the ring, gets her first real singles match. And tonight, it's a night where we're giving opportunities. It's a night where stars that are typically lower in the pecking order in terms of status are getting to go toe-to-toe with other stars of a similar status. So they're getting chances to prove they deserve to be in these divisions. And Maxine Dupree has been one of these stars that's kind of been in the back burner.
And her opponent, representing the Alpha Academy from Phoenix, Arizona, Maxine Dupree.
There's been stars like the entire cohorts of Queen's Quest who have kind of just joined Primetime, joined the rosters, and just been granted immediate success. Naturally, that will change as opportunities like this come and go, it gives Maxine a chance to prove herself up against AZM. And personally speaking, Dupree could very well win this. Obviously a part of the Alpha Academy squad that won that Mixed Tag Championship. She didn't fare too well in mixed tag matches. It was Molly Holly who did defend the belt, but we get underway. Drop kick out of the gates for AZM and springboard offense as well. Moonsault off that bottom rope. Not something you typically see, but AZM is just flying out of the gates. Why not? Keep flying. Tries for the crossbody, not going to connect, and now Maxine just going to stomp a mud hole in. Obviously, she just saw Stone Cold being drafted, so she wants to give you a hell yeah and stomp that mud hole, as I say. AZM not going to let that happen. Headbutt back and a drop kick. Keeps control of this matchup, and a cover now. Not even going to get a one because Maxine's not really taking too much damage just yet. It has really just been kind of peripheral damage rather than main body sort of brutality. But Isu can really bring it, and AZM trying to go up and down, but gets caught and powerbombed into the canvas. Dupree works that leg, targeting the joints, making AZM feel the pain. Big stiff shot, knee getting buckled. And this is Dupree finding the footing that she needs to get into this matchup. AZM needs to find a comeback soon. They tie up once more. And this is AZM's momentum shift. Just overpowers Dupree off the first tie-up. But Dupree reverses the situation. Roll through from AZM to avoid a shot, and she's going flying. Up, down, lands the crossbody. Dupree, no answer to the high-flying offense. She's going to get punished here. Caught, Germaned. Up and over by Azumi. Action now spilling to ringside, and well, Dupree catches AZM off guard. AZM though fires back, nice uppercut, good charging, not going to connect with anything. Dropkick going to miss. Now Dupree has her chance to strike, a chance to shine. Going to return maybe AZM to the ring. No, she's just going to toss her to the floor. AZM down. Count of 6. Dupree back in the ring. Count of 7. This could be a count out victory. Count of 8. Roll through. AZM avoids. Springboard. Connects with another cross body. High flying offense out from AZM, and she is picture perfect with this. He is not slowed down from the heights. Another cross body. Dupree's got no answer. Until now, back elbow. Up. And a head scissor takedown from Dupree. This could be her chance to get back on the offensive. Mounted some punches as well. Throwing them in bunches. A little slap at the end of it. Paintbrushing AZM, but can't follow it up. And this is where AZM gets to go on the offensive once more. Irish whip. Drop down, up, over. AZM head scissors latching on and brings down Dupree. Big clothesline. Make it a second. Boot caught, tripped out, and bang. AZM has Dupree down and potentially out for the count. 1, 2. And the kick out there. Maxine stays alive. Dupree in trouble though. She's in the drop zone. AZM trying for that stomp. Not going to connect and now going to be sent running. Put in the corner. Dupree. Ooh, won't connect. Elbow up from AZM. And she tries to maybe send her on a German. Not going to happen. Dupree tries to pick the ankle. It could have been an attempt at the ankle lock. Not going to happen. Instead, it's a snake eyes. And just see the recoil. AZM's head just went ricocheting to the floor. Dupree seizing control. There's AZM on the ropes. Izumi eats the shot. Caught. Electric chair suplex. Bridging back into the pin. Dupree almost getting the dub there. And a little extra needed. This could be it. No. Going down low for that ankle. AZM knows what's coming. It's that ankle lock. It's the most prolific maneuver that Maxine has in her kit, and it is not coming out to play just yet. AZM's not allowing it, but she will eat that knee. A big shot from Dupree. She ascends. Crash landing. Double axe to the floor. Dupree catches AZM. Ankle hooked. That's close to the ropes. Great finds her, but that should be a rope break. Indeed it is. Big man Gregathy right in front of the action. Gives AZM a chance at this matchup, and she's going around the world, catching her. La Mystica locked in. Dupree escapes the hold. Irish whip. Dupree, she's feeling it now. Gonna honk the horn? No. Splash gonna miss. That's the actual answer, and AZM can't springboard just yet. Dupree gonna force her into the corner. This time, Maxine looking for something. Vertical into the bridge. AZM in trouble. 2, 3. Maxine gets the dub. AZM, my word. Can't escape this loss. As we see it unfoiling here, it's such a big time victory for Maxine. It does solidify her chances maybe as a prospect. As a Prospects Championship challenger. We did see Vakir with that belt on the line.
Here is your winner, Maxine Dupree!
For break time. I'm not going to spoil results there, but it was a good show. Well, it's a good showing here from Dupree to get the dub. We'll see if that rockets her into title contention. But now we've got more drafting to begin, so let's head to the next round of picks. Well, we're back for our third rotation of picks. Who's going to end up where? And we will find out the answer.
Ethan Page.
Ego is staying on Primetime. Nice rotational pick there.
Roxanne Perez.
But a big pick that's been looking for a new home. Welcome to the Underground former Prospects champion Roxanne Perez.
Jade Cargill.
It's also interesting to note that Roxanne's been on all 3 shows now since the inception of, well, the first draft.
Van Dam.
Jade Cargill joining Primetime as the next pick, and then Rob Van Dam heads into the Underground.
The Undertaker.
The American Badass gets his spot on Primetime once more.
Javon Evans.
And that's another big pick here for Underground. Javon Evans, they're going to get bouncy down there. Primetime, they get the EST. A big star in the making. Well, Rhodes, you've got an enemy now, it seems, as potentially your first opponent from Breakdown to the Underground. Primetime gets the Hurricane. That's a nice pickup in itself. Another former Prospects champion. Zarya now gets to make a splash in the Underground. Well, we're done with another rotation of picks tonight. One more round of drafting to happen. But before we get to that, you know what time is it? It is. It's match time. So let's send it to the ring. Well, I usually save this for Alexa Bliss, but let the Wub Wubs begin. Someone who's been missing for a while.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Well, the genius of the sky now gets a chance to shine. With Fearless coming up, there's a potential elimination matchup, tag team matchup at that. Obviously, the tag champions of Hate sit across all three shows now, so they can't really represent IPW's flagship show, Primetime. There are some other units, though, that would love to be in that match or in the hunt for the title. My understanding, the winner of the triple threat tag match will get the next Women's World Tag Team Championship match. Same for the men as well.
From Scottsdale, Arizona, Nikki Bella.
Well, usually Io would be teaming with Rhea Bloody Ripley. But obviously, she was in action to start the night in that mystery woman tag match. So that means that we get a little twin magic of sorts. Or one half of the twin magic. It's Nikki Bella. Going to be teaming with the Genius of the Sky. The Hall of Fame lineup. Woo! 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 Well, now she is no longer a part of Breakdown. She joins a new show.
And their opponents, first, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Potentially could become a new champion. Woo! 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 Could you imagine Lyra Valkyria, either a showdown champion or underground champion? One of the two. Either way, she could be a big threat to both Thea and Julia. Thea in particular could be losing that belt. As we know, Lyra is a phenomenal wrestler. Go Birds. But yeah, this is her last Primetime match. Potentially a while. Well, she's going to be tagging with a close friend. Someone who beat her in the showdown. But also had a great tournament. get it. Do that dance, boys and girls. Do that dance. I don't know why that played. I hit my button again that I always hit when I don't want to. But yes, Bayley had a great road to the showdown in her first year of the tournament. Unfortunately, she fell short to Fallon Henley. And that kind of cemented or solidified the deal for her. Exiting the tournament. And granted, she did great overall. She wanted to realistically win it all, though. And that's something that I think Io can share a lot of similarities with Bayley with. Io was runner-up last year, falling short to Liv Morgan. This year, not even included in the tournament, which you think is an absolute travesty. Now it's Sky, who finds herself on Primetime with very little in terms of given sort of success here in IPW. But she has such, I would say, star power that she just needs to find that opportunity to break free and basically become a top star. Now, right now, she's in this match. If her and Nikki can win this, there's potential for maybe this team to become #1 contenders for the women's tag titles if they are to represent Primetime. That could obviously all fall into place. But right now, it's well, it's anyone's game as the boot caught here. Lyra not going to be able to connect, and she gets, oh, not caught. Cutter not going to come through from Nikki. Lyra going to send Bella to the corner, and well, Bella reverses. Sends Lyra to her sanctum. Tag made, in comes Io. And these two really are working together well. Slingshotting Lyra off that top rope. Smart work here from Sky and Bella. Kick, though, not going to go in the favor of Io. And Lyra's going to make a pay. Roll up into the pin. Feet belting them arms. Lyra's high kick not going to connect. Instead, a Shote. Sky, perfect. Pinpoint accuracy. Irish whip, once again, reversal. But there's the acrobatics of Sky, ending it in a drop kick and a kip up. Io. We know she's got championship pedigree. We know she can hang with the best. Lyra the same, former television champion. The only woman in this ring with a championship in IPW. But the other three, you've got to feel gold will follow them soon enough here in IPW. And that is something you've got to give a lot of credit to. Basically not just them, but to just the raw ethic of work that they can put on. And I think the big thing about this brand, or new brand, coming together fully in the form of IPW Underground is that, oh, we're getting another count out, but it gives more chances as, well, we're not getting a count out. Bella makes it back in. Nikki gaves off danger, but it gives opportunities. Like 3 world titles, 3 mid-card titles? Yes, please. It means that all men and ladies have another chance. It, well, certainly does thin the rosters across brand. And it means that the amount of challenges per belt is certainly slimmer. does give you uniquer opportunities and probably some better brawls. As right now, Lyra is certainly showing why she is a threat to the Underground Championships. Tag made, in comes Bailey. Could you imagine Bailey also gets drafted into the Underground? You've already got your team, basically, for that Women's World Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match. Now, obviously, with Fearless replacing Summer Lovin', it's important to note that there aren't going to be the same sort of stakes as what we saw last year. Brand supremacy resulting in that freebie, that gimme. We always seem to end up with that gimme as a sort of brand supremacy reward, and it just makes it so much better for all general managers who have to just watch the action. It's like Ludwig Kaiser, he's been without his show for close to 2-3 months now. Now he's finally getting it back with a fully fledged roster, and he is just cherry picking some of the biggest stars. Right now, though, one of his stars, or his team's stars, is in trouble because Bailey now planted. Io is finding the momentum. Sky dropkick, picture perfect, lands it on the dime, but here comes Kaiser's star. Lyra Valkyria charges in, forces Io to the canvas, to the floor, returns, dropkick, Io connecting, Bailey down. He's slow to get back up, but eyes on Sky, waist control, ripcord knee, bang. Lyra dropped. Bailey has to stand and watch as Nikki Bella brought in. She drops the axe onto the skull of Lyra. A little cheeky cover from Nikki. Gets the 2. A kick out from Lyra. Keeps herself in this match. Oh, there's the knee. You know, Nikki has some pretty powerful knees. Looking for the Bella. DDT. Not something you see too much out of Nikki, but she lands it. She's going to tag out as Lyra's making that slow crawl. She'll tag out as well. And Bailey's back into the picture. She's got Io in her sights. Tries to grapple with her, but Sky avoids. Using her nimbleness to come through. Charges in. Arm drag takedown. Out from Io. Bailey. Fireman's carry. Spins her out into a side slam, the cover as well. 1, 2. Kick out there from Io. Keeps this interesting, but eyes on to Bailey. You know she's looking for something big. This could be big. Perches Io on the middle ropes. Drops down with the knees. A heavy shot. Targeting the abs of Sky. And this is where Io, we know that she is a solid start, but when she gets tested, she does seem to struggle. And Bailey is just matching blow for blow. Irish whip from the role model. Back elbow missing, but the follow-up shots don't. Snap a vertical suplex out from the role model. She's in a little bit of confusion. Just letting Io crawl slightly, but Io quickly back on the offensive. Irish whip reversed in favor of Sky. Perches Bailey up top. This is not a good place to be when there's a genius of the Sky in the ring. Lines her up for a little Spanish fly off the top. Crash landing. Bailey's being covered. Lyra in to break it up. This is Io building momentum. Looking for that Koji clutch. Bailey evades that danger. In fact, Bailey's going on the offensive. Io put in the corner. Bailey charges in. Back elbow, not going to connect. Instead, it's the knees of Io. Cartwheels through. Wheelbarrows into that stomp. Pinpoint accurate. Bailey, she fires up, but Io, it does not give a damn. Sky can't follow it up. Bailey can't follow it up either. Io will potentially butterflies her up to a backbreaker. I thought for a second we were getting a spike pile driver. I was so ready to just say it, but no. Io changing the tune, unpredictable as ever. Misses a stomp here though. Bailey going to connect with her boots to the back. And this could be the moment the role model needs. Good kick though from Io. Gonna say, nah fam. Shote not going to connect. Bailey, Irish whip, puts Io in the corner. A little shadow boxing for Bailey. And she now just uncorks 2 stomps and, well, she's done enough. Valkyria gets her into the fray. Charging in. Drop kick not going to connect in the corner. The boots go to the wayside and Io gets sent running. Dropped by a clothesline. Valkyria. She's not going to send Io running. Instead, she's sent running. And Sky, we know she can fly. And, well, she's not going to. Instead, Tarantula. Referee needs to break that up. That's illegal, my friend. Io doesn't care. She is on the offensive. Wheelbarrow. Bang. Stomp across the breasticles. Tag made. In comes Nikki. Crossbody from Lyra not going to connect. Instead, it's going to be Nikki Bella on the offensive with a Bella Buster. Cover for Nikki. 1, 2. Oh, nearly. Bailey did enter the ring, but it was too late. And Nikki now needs to strike, but she's caught. Lyra into the roll-up. Close to the ropes. Not a rope break, though. Instead, it's just a forced kick out, and Lyra connects up top, then into this headlock. Applying pressure. Nikki in trouble here. Needs to escape it. Does force Lyra off her. Gets back up, and oh, the kicks go flying. Lyra is rapid on them strikes. Valkyria in control. Irish whip once again reverse, and Lyra eats a punch from her own partner. That's costly. It means Nikki can send her to the corner. Back elbow from Valkyria. She escapes to that danger, but she is able to bring down Nikki as well. Tag made. In comes Bailey. And Lyra setting her up. Side walk slam position for the elbow. Into a backbreaker as well, I believe. Nikki dragged to the corner. Scooped up, slammed down. Bailey can fly here. We know she's got a potent elbow. And she's going swanton instead. Hits the back, but it's still a connection. The cover comes through. It's good for 2. Io in pretty late. But Bailey's in control. Connects with the punch. Kick down south. And she's going to roast plant back Nikki Bella. 1, 2. That's going to force the kick out. The big finisher lands. Why are the crowds chanting for tag team wrestling? This has kind of been a poor match. I'm the commentator saying that. Nikki fails to connect with the dropkick. Instead, sends Bailey running. Spine buster. Puts down the role model, but Bailey's rolling out to safety, but what's Nikki doing? Taunting in the enemy corner. Gets dropped for it. Bailey now taunting as Nikki crawls to safety. Tag made. In comes Io. Straight into the face of Bailey, who's ready to just give her a little roast plant. Nikki's getting up, but the cover's there. 1, 2, and it's broken up because Bayley didn't throw Nikki out the ring. Or ensure Nikki couldn't intervene. Bayley, she's controlling this. She's landed the big maneuvers. Tag made Nikki Bella back in. Irish whip. Flapjack puts down the role model. And Nikki gonna mount some offense. Figuratively and literally. Other than the Bella Buster, we haven't seen anything too big out of this Io and Nikki team. Monkey flip from Nikki. Forces Bayley down. She's going to tag out, bring in Io. We know Sky can land some big shots, but she's caught. Single leg takedown from Bayley, mounting some punches. This is, thankfully, probably the last time we see a women's tag match like this. These two teams fairly evenly matched. Bayley going to be sent running. Io can't land a punch to save her life. Will instead grapple and scoop up and slam Bayley into the drop zone. But that's the wrong corner to be doing that in. And that is a failed attempt at the Koji clutch. Purely because of the type of reversal it was. Bayley not going to tag out. Instead, a scoop slam puts down Io in the drop zone. And Io's crawling to safety. Target called from Bayley. And she's just going to let Io crawl. Why not? Instead of crushing Io, who's just crawling, land on her spine and stop her from moving. Instead, you're going to do it to Nikki. Tries to drop the elbow. You missed. Poorly. Instead, though, you get a fireman's carry. Up, down, side slam cover here as well. Bella down for the cover of 1, 2. Wow. Textbook victory for Bayley and Lyra. I don't really have much more to say than that, to be honest. This match dragged, I'm gonna say it. "22 minutes. This was horrid. But hopefully what isn't going to be horrid is our next rotation of draft picks. Who will be joining Underground, retained to Primetime, and potentially gone from Breakdown? Let's find out now.
Here are your winners, the team of Lyra Valkyria.
Go Birds. The final time tonight, I believe. It's picks locked in. Let's find out who's going where. First out of the bin,
Bayley.
we're breaking up Lyra and Bayley because tag team wrestling has taught us these two need to stay away from each other, and Bayley needs to be in the hunt for the singles title.
Kevin Owens.
Joining the Underground, though, making it the KO show, it's Kevin freaking Owens.
The Rock.
Well, he's staying, I guess, or coming from Breakdown. One of the two. Welcome, The Rock.
Michelle McCool.
The Underground's not just going to be the KO show, it's going to be flawless with Michelle McCool joining the roster.
Pinta.
Well, there's no fear on Primetime. We get Penta on the roster.
Jordan Grace.
And going into the underground, the Juggernaut with Big Papa Pump. That's a lineup already.
Lola Vice.
Coming to Primetime. Living La Vida Lola. It's Lola Vice.
El Grande Americana.
Ole! Leaving Breakdown, going into the underground. It's the original, it's the instant classic El Grande Americano. Primetime also garners the Great Muta. Muchas gracias.
Lash Legend.
And the bougie badass leaves Breakdown to go in the underground. Hopefully, the breakout star of the Turmoil tournament will find some footing on the underground. Well, another successful rotation of picks. Let's finish out the night the only way we know how. Explosive action. Well, it's time for the hounds to be let loose as they are barking in Monetary, I believe we're at. I don't know. It was the start of the show.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Vision from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 250 pounds, Braun Breaker.
Well, for Braun Breaker, a big opportunity. His first in a while here tonight. You get to go up against some main event stars, some of which are leaving the brand. Others staying and becoming potential threats. Or joining, to be honest. Who knows? One thing's for sure, this is going to be a banger fatal four-way. And speaking of one of the stars leaving, can he leave this landscape on a victory? Well, he wants to.
And his opponents, first, from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds, the Animal Batista!
The Animal looks happy to be going to a new field of land. A chance maybe to break out. A chance at a new title. Arguably overlooked for the main event scene. But in some veins of the word, he is yet to prove his worth. American Nightmare still stands in his path. Can he overcome it? Well, one thing's for sure, Thursday night's going to be certainly pretty epic. With the fact that we have stars obviously leaving Breakdown, but coming into the show is still unknown. The fact they're losing their former champion Becky Lynch, Nia Jax. From the women's side of things, some of the main event prospects have gone as well on the men's side.
And from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels!
One of which obviously over Femi, but this man as well, who had a phenomenal run in the showdown. Well, he didn't make it into that grand finals picture. He put on one hell of a show. Great run in the 28 days bracket. Garnered him second seed. But tonight, he wants more than just quote-unquote glory of that tournament. He instead wants to be going after the champion, Kazuchika Okada. But to get to the Okada, you've got to be in the main event and get through said main event. No, it isn't main event R-Truth. Is what our good friend Alicia Taylor is going to announce now.
And representing the Usos from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
Thank you, Alicia Taylor. But yes, main event, Jey Uso. I hit my button again. He's here to yeet. Yeet, yeet, yeet. With a little bit of fire. Put a little stank on it. And the pyro goes off as well for it. Gotta yeet correctly. We're yeeting up in the announce desk. In the announce desk? At the announce desk. You can see me down there. I'm going crazy. Usos! And well, we're set. 4 men wanting one thing: to find success. What do you know? Spain are winning 2-0. Of course they're winning. Anyway, we focus in on this, and well, right now it's pretty big. It is Batista beating up Bron Breakker and Jey Uso beating up Shawn Michaels. Big shots landing. Cover here, Jey almost gets a quick count there onto Batista, but it's never in danger of losing the match. Big spine buster from Bron. He's into the cover as well. Batista gonna break that one up. He knows how prolific a spine buster can be. Buster onto Breakker. This is a matchup that obviously You'd love it to just be four men beating the hell out of each other with just fists and fury, but no. Anything goes in a match like this, so weapons allowed, and, well, they've been brought in kendo stick loads. Love that camera angle. Really do. Thank you. Power slam from Michaels. He goes over the top of Breaker. Spear from Batista. The fists go up for the thumbs up, thumbs down, but he gets super kicked in a spear from Uso. Michaels nips up. I'm realizing there's 3 people in this match that have spears, and 2 of them have hit them onto Michaels. I could see a 3rd coming on Michaels soon. Batista trying maybe for that Batista bomb, can't get it. Instead, Michaels got Buster onto Uso as Braun, he's let loose. 2 high-flying maneuvers at once. Moonsault from Michaels fails to connect, but a Frankensteiner from Breaker off the top. That's picture perfect. And Manhattan drop. Coming through from Michaels. Boot caught from Batista, but he forces Uso off him. Jay needs to follow it up. Irish whip could be said follow-up. Hooks up, Samoan drop. Braun taunting as always on the outside as Shawn returns into the ring. I've just also realized 2 of these people throw super kicks. Snapmare from Uso. Gripping Batista, tries to throw the soup. Can't connect. Instead, it's Breaker now capitalizing off of Jay's mistake, putting the head of Batista in the corner. Jay, up and down neck breaker. Catches Braun, and, well, it's only a 1. Quick kick out from the badass dog. Sleeper hold. Jay falls back. The main event has potentially a main event win on its hands. Breaker needs to get out of it because right now Batista almost got the win himself. Shot down low from Braun. He unloads onto Batista up top. I think there's a long blower coming, but no. Military press going to be fallen out of. Batista eats a kendo stick shot from Michaels. And so does Breaker. Busted open by that one. Michaels into the cover. Jay there breaks it up. There's the soup. Sweet chin music on the dollar. Good for 2. A kick out there for Jay to keep this main event alive. The picture perfect moonsault also going to go wayside from Michaels as Batista could have been going Batista bomb. He's not going to connect. But keep your eyes on Shawn. Drops the elbow on a dime. Ready to do the crime of winning. Breaker though, sent running. Ducks 1, ducks 2, continues through. He hits 23 miles per hour and drops him with the clothesline. Stiff shot onto Batista and, well, Breaker's in trouble. Rolling to the wayside, but eyes on Jay. Going and getting the roll-up. Batista pops up Breaker, but a quick kick out from Jay means this matchup stays alive. Sorry, Michael stays alive. Breaker finds carry. Gun still onto Batista, and a spear! He cuts Uso in half. Cover now. Referee out of position. In fact, Michaels stopping him from counting the pin. And, well, Michaels also getting speared. It was a matter of time before that happened. But now Michaels has been hit by 3 different spears from 3 different people. He's laid out flat. Now the Young Guns trying to work together to beat the Legends. Batista now battling, but sleeper from Jay. He locks it in. Referee, though, he's taken out, means that submission means absolutely nothing. Breaker running STO. He's going to take out Batista. Now focuses on to Michaels, but Michaels gets some backup from Jay, who delivers Breaker up and down. Breaker's now the pitcher. Stick now in the hands of Michaels. He's just going to swing for the fences as he brings everyone down to his notice of strength, of power. He is the only one of these three that competed in this year's Road to the Showdown. Bron did last year. Breaker did okay. Never mind, he's going to potentially pop. Oh! Batista down. Lung blower from extreme heights. Michaels launching his offensive onto Bron now. Jay back to his feet. Taunting and dropped with a sweet chin music. Serenaded by Shawn Michaels. Michaels using his enemies as his weapons here. Launched Bron into Batista, and Batista just shrugged it off, but now the animal, angered, annoyed, dropped. Ones go up in the air for Jay, but he is going to be caught again taunting. Backdrop going to keep him safe. As Michaels may have thought, pile driver. Either way, it's not come to play as he now ascends to the heavens. Looks the flying, does so. Shawn dropkick, not going to work out. Instead, Soup not going to connect for Jay. Running SCO from Bron will connect, but inside the ring, Michaels walks straight into Batista, who hooks him up and brings him down with a Batista bomb. Bron caught as well. STO. Batista unloading. Jay pushing the stairs in. Giving the animal a weapon of choice, but no. Rainmaker from Uso. Dropping Batista, forcing him to ringside. Bron now scoops up, slams down, and then a spear! He connects onto Jay. Cover here, no one to stop it. 2. No. Kick out from Jay to stay alive in the main event. Batista back in the picture, forces Bron into the corner. Jay, though, catching Batista, snapmare takedown. Moves him up and down, but there's a sledgehammer shot. That's going to do some damage, busting open Jay. German from Bron, stacking up the neck of Jay. Powerbomb from Michaels onto Batista. Now, the badass dog stopping the band. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Cover on Michaels. Almost gets the 3, but standing moonsault might do it. Running power slam from Batista, as this is just becoming a spot fest, really. Michaels escapes out the scoop. Swinging for the fences, he connects onto Bron. Up, down, gutbuster. Leaping forearm, smashing. Well, down goes Batista. Cover here for Michaels. Jay back up, he breaks it up. Bron staggered on the ringside area. Springboard Michaels connects. Bron taunting, gets more views than the actual maneuvers. But hey, I didn't teach the cameramen how to work. Batista spine buster. Puts down Michaels. Powerbomb from Bron. He connects onto Batista. He's down. Now what's the badass dog going to do about Shawn? The answer, absolutely fucking nothing. Instead, he's just going to call up Batista. Get caught. Roll up here for Michaels. Batista there. He can break this up and will do so. Yeehaw. Roll up from Batista. He's just trying to win it all here. But Braun's there to break that one up. Belly to belly from Braun. Puts down Batista. And now Jay caught. Put on the ropes. Michaels, weapon in hand. Going to swing for the fences. Going to hit it over Braun. Roll up from Jay. Cover here. Deep in tight. Schoolboy going to not do it. Kick out from Sean. Spear leapfrogged. The showstopper not going to connect. But Braun's going to connect with his spear. He's going to drop Batista. Sit out powerbomb from Michaels. Broken up. Badass dog, weapon in hand, needs to swing but can't do so. Instead, it's Michaels. Swinging onto Batista. Braun tries to hit Michaels. Can't do so. Instead, sends him running. Leapfrog's knee strike. Dropping the Heartbreak Kid. Michaels, he might have just saved himself from this fate. Batista bomb! Cover for the animal. One. And hi, Jay. He breaks it up. And Fireman's carry 4 and out of. Jay. Trip as Michaels hits that signature elbow. Jay needs to break this up. Will do so in time. Now he turns his attention to Michaels. Drops him with a stiff right. Turns his attention to Batista. Drops him with a DDT. Jay needs to really put someone out. Irish whip sends Michaels running. Popped up but caught. DDT'd. Planted by Michaels. And Sean. It's time to tune up the band. Finally it's tuned up. And flap. Sweet chin music. Braun's there, Batista's there as well. They can break it up and do so. They're now just going to deliver some clubbing blows to Michaels, but he's fighting back, leaps into the crossbody straight away. Batista there breaks up that antic from Shawn Michaels. Carnage scattered around the ring. Braun, he's taunting, he's feeling himself. Honestly, I might just start listening to Islet again. That's a hard landing for Batista onto the steps. The X goes up. Michaels thinks Batista's injured. Can't blame her. Animal takes the back of Uso, sends him running. He's going to have a collision with Michaels, but it's Michaels who gets the first shot. Batista forces him off, and here comes Braun. Kendo stick in hand, happy to deliver a welcome message to both Hall of Famers. Mat slam takedown from Braun. Taking the situation and control. Sledgehammer now in the hands of Michaels. He's realized kendo sticks snap. So get a weapon that can bury an opponent that doesn't break. Wise from the Heartbreak Kid. Super kick though, that's wise from Jay. He's going to eliminate Batista from the occasion. Jay gets sent running as Braun gets sent running as well. Michaels returns to the ring. Batista does the same. And Batista going to happily punish Michaels. Around the world, brings him up and down with a power slam. Sean can't grapple, neither can Batista. Batista hits a back elbow and then some nice strikes. Michaels fights out the scoop and, well, soup! Good night. Sweet chin music lands. Michaels isn't going to go for the cover. He's a classy man. He wants to drop the elbow. Can't go for a cover yet. Braun Breaker's still standing. Drop kick will put away Breaker. And Michaels trying to chase down Jay. Jay's heading up top for an Uso splash. We got a flying Uso. But no one going for a cover. Instead, the band was potentially tuned up. Not going to happen. as it goes to the wayside. Braun avoids the sweet chin music. He also can't connect his spear as Michaels evades that. Jay, both Batista and Michaels out of it. Sleeper hold locked in. Michaels is getting back up, but I've got a feeling Braun might tap. The answer to that is still no. Instead, it's Jay. Now I'm to deal with Shawn Michaels. Soup to the gut. A little shimmy and then the uppercut. Michaels gets back up and then up and over. He's going to send Jay to the corner. Eyes on Braun. He's back to his feet. Leaping shot from Jay, but he's caught by Braun and Batista's back up. No powerbomb for you, Breaker. Instead, it's a sledgehammer shot for your pelvis. Jay sends Batista up and over with a suplex, and the kendo stick shot not going to work. Instead, it's a spear for Jay. He needs to go for the cover, but instead opting to go up top because he wants to fly and hit a flying Uso. Now he goes for the cover. Batista, though, he's there. He breaks it up. I might be a cynical man, but Braun, he's getting some speed now. Quick, bing, bang, bong. Down goes Jay. I'm cynical. I've been used to watching so many singles matches. I forgot how bad some of the other matches are. Sledgehammer lands for Batista. He drops Breaker and Jay, but Batista's going to continue his punishment. Hooks up Braun, brings him up, and a Batista bomb. Go for the cover. Indeed, he does. 1, 2, through. Nearly ends this pain and suffering. Instead, it might be Michaels who does the job. Or Braun with a spear. With a kendo stick shot, Jay, he's taken Braun out the equation. Just pin Michaels. End it. For some reason, none of these men have a killer instinct except for Braun. Spear. Go for the pin. Drops the elbow. Michaels is up, though. Cover for Michaels. Getting cheeky. Braun can't get there. And that's going to cost him. The dumbest way to win it. I'm going to say that. We should have been done and dusted ages ago, but I'm not the person wrestling. I'm just the annoyed commentator that is surprised this didn't end sooner.
Here is your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Well, victory for Michaels here. Leads us into a nice main event. It's championship on the line as the TV champion defends his belt.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the undisputed television championship.
Well, let's see how this turns out. Because he is not only debuting on Primetime, but he's also getting a title shot. Because he earned it. Haha. But the Psycho Clown now has a chance to become television champion. We always get the weird and wonderful in this television division. As a former champion in The Fiend, now finds himself in the underground. Psycho Clown could potentially put Abyss on the market of draft picks if he is able to win here. But what I need to stress is our champions aren't on the market. That means that Utami Hayashishita, Julia, Cody Rhodes, Charlotte Flair, Will Ospreay, Okada, Drew McIntyre, all aren't available to trade or be drafted. Now, come Saturday/Sunday when Underground airs, this man might be, if he loses here tonight. But as we let the fire rise, we get to talk about his run during the showdown. A solid time in the tournament. He was pretty deadly. He made it tonight too, but that's as far as he made it, losing in round 1. Now he gets to show his worth, his might, as champion. For the first time since this weekend, Alicia Taylor has official championship introductions.
Introducing the challenger from the Psycho Circus, weighing in at 107 kilos, Psycho Clown. And his opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 350 pounds, the undisputed television champion. He is the monster, Abyss.
Championship introductions out the way. It's game time. Your main event. Sees that glorious television championship defended. If Psycho Clown wins, best believe I'm going to be singing some Baby Monster. Yes, belt alofted in the air. Your referee, Big Man Gregathy, ready to call this one down the middle. Main event underway, and Psycho Clown going to avoid that belly to belly and take down the monster. Abyss back to his feet quick, unloads a nice combo. We tie up. Abyss takes waist control. And the snapmare from Psycho Clown takes us down to the ground. And we'll talk a little bit about Abyss's run in the road to the showdown. Solid overall. A great run in the Gold League in terms of how he finished. Obviously, you have to play second fiddle to your former world champion / now new showdown champion, Cody Rhodes. But yeah, he did great in his qualification run. Obviously, no one expected him to be the winner. But he is always one of those foes that you really want to avoid when given a chance to. It's kind of similar for Drew McIntyre. You don't want to run into him either. But everyone seems to once in a while, is now Psycho Clown has, well, he's debuted here on Primetime and run straight into the monster. Pleasant sight at that as nice shot lands here for the monster. He takes waist control again. And, well, an inverse choke slam puts down Psycho Clown to the canvas. The monster, not going to be able to connect. He may have been thinking black hole slam there. Instead, caught Hurricane Rana down to the canvas. Psycho Clown's feeling it. Or feeling something, my word. That's a completely different look. Pops up Abyss. Stiff shot with that right hand. Now he ascends. Oh, picture perfect. But I think the monster got his knees up. That Arabian moonsault not going to work. Instead, he's going to now feel the price of the punishment. Swirly from the monster. The champion stamping his authority into this matchup. We know he can be... Or can kind of deal with a lot of punishment. Obviously, he retained his belt during Locked In. Now, could be losing it to Psycho Clown. He covered there, good for 2. Tries to get up quick, caught, standing Spanish fly. Another cover here for Psycho Clown. Gets the 2 once more. He's lining up the monster again. What's he got in mind? Hooks him up, finds carry. Up to the back. Airy crash. And another cover. This time isn't enough. 2. Nearly. Unrelenting with the punishment. He sends up top once more. This time the Arabian moonsault connects. Psycho Clown's having his way with Abyss, but now the monster, I think, is fired up, angry. Could potentially come punishing, but Code Red not gonna be the answer for the monster just yet. Got caught. Irish whip. Drop down. Big boot. Now the champion knows he needs to wake up, really. If he wants to retain here, he needs to deliver. Another inverse choke slam puts down Psycho Clown. The champion's calling his target up. Ready to strike. Irish whip. Caught, belly to belly attempted, but once again, Psycho Clown fights out the grip. Springboard, baited in, but cannot connect it. Monster avoids danger. Scoops up Psycho Clown. Up top, gun stunned. This to the middle rope. Flies and drops the axe. He's picking up momentum. Psycho Clown may have missed his chance. Caught and sent on a black hole slam. Clover again, the ring post. Perfect view of that. But we do miss the kick out. It does come through, but look at Psycho Clown. He's fired up over. Mexican Destroyer. He is putting the monster to his limits. An airy crash once more. Cobra, do we have a new champion? The answer, no. You can see Psycho Clown is building momentum. He has the monster in a troubling position. Codebreaker! Busting open the abyss. Psycho Clown looks to fly. Springboard connects with the crossbody into the cover as well. 1, 2, no. Somehow the monster still fights. I think a narrow crash could have been coming. German suplex, though, is what does come, I guess. The monster takes back, but can't get it. Neither can Psycho Clown. A headbutt from Abyss. He's got Psycho Clown up to the powerbomb position. And another gun stun. Just to make a statement. Boot not connecting. Dropkick will do. Cover Psycho Clown. Is that enough? 2. No. Another deep pin kicked out of here by the monster. Champion does not want to lose his belt. But I've got a feeling this could be it. Hooked up. Air raid crash. Cover. 1, 2. The hand saves the monster. Too close to the ropes. And again. Bang. Abyss. He's eating the big shots, but he's still got fight left. Sent over the top though. The big boot launches him to ringside. Psycho Clown charges at the monster, but there's a fired up monster. Black hole slam. Angered, annoyed. Has he done enough to retain? No. Fight still there for Psycho Clown. There's Abyss, desperation. Only a 1 count though. Psycho Clown fighting out the grasp of Abyss. He has a chance. Fails to fly. The monster unloads. Drops him down. Off the ropes, Abyss goes. Boots to the back, not going to connect. Psycho Clown could take over here. Drops him with a chop. Abyss in the drop zone. Psycho Clown, high rent district. He gets froggy and hits a frog splash. And now he heads to the middle rope. He calls up the monster. Forearm smash. Picture perfect. And again, Arabian moonsault. This time he covers the monster. New champion is here. And there's now a new star available to be drafted, as we've just crowned a new champion here on Primetime. In the same night he comes to the show, drafted from Breakdown. He now has reached a championship level. Close at that point after that third air raid crash, but great ring awareness for the monster to grab that bottom rope. But then Psycho Clown hit his big shot. Finished it off with that Arabian moonsault.
Here is your winner, and the new Undisputed Television Champion, Psycho Clown.
Well, we have a new champion to round out the night. Thank you for joining me for Primetime. Breakdown looks epic. With new stars now, well, stars leaving the show, new talent will be filling their ranks. We'll find out who literally tomorrow, I believe. Peace out.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane,